everybody, Shane Severson here, Legacy Realty. Our numbers are in for July, so I am so excited to talk about what has been going on. It is such a crazy market. I talked to a lot of the big experts in the area, and it is probably the craziest market I've ever seen. I've worked markets going straight up, I've worked markets going straight down. This market is all over the board, and so it's a little crazy but exciting. If you track the numbers, know what's going on, know what to expect, it's actually really exciting. So I'm excited to jump into our numbers and talk about what's going on in this crazy Denver market, what can you expect in the future, and how you can take advantage of it as a buyer, seller, investor. So let's jump in. Our average sold price for July of 23 was $811,497. So just over $811,000. We're back over 800. Last year this time we were at 816,320. So we are actually down now only about 0.6%. So we're getting back to the numbers that we have been talking about for years. I would expect in the next month or so we'll be back as an increase and so forth. I'll talk about that in a second. Our monthly inventory is 1.8 for 23 in July. Last year in July, our months of inventory was 1.6. So keep in mind, we need 4 to 6 months of inventory on the market to be a neutral market, meaning buyers are not in control, sellers are not in control, and so we are still in a crazy hot seller's market. Prices are going to continue to go up, and so it's kind of confusing. Buyers have more power right now than they've had probably than I've seen in 15 years. So that's something to remember as a buyer, and I'll be talking a little bit about that in a second. Here's the crazy number that I wasn't expecting, our active inventory. So what do we have on the market if you're ready to buy? This is so crazy for people listening to this. In 2023 in July, 5,121 homes on the market, Metro Denver, from 100,000, 150, 180,000 little junky condo to $5 million homes. There's 5,000 homes on the market. Last year there was 6,000 homes, 6,006. We are down active inventory 14.7%. We dropped. What does that mean? That means that buyers have more control, but it is still a crazy hot seller's market, and I know that because our active inventory is actually dropping. We have less homes to choose from than we had last year. Here's what's a little interesting about this market. Buyers are still really uncertain what to do because of interest rates. So interest rates are what's driving this market right now. It's all interest rate driven. So when you have 2 to 3% interest rates, free money that has been given to us in interest rates, sellers are holding off the market. If I'm looking to downsize or even buy a bigger home for my family, but I have a 2 to 3% interest rate, even if I downsize and I go to a 7% interest rate, I'm going to pay more for a smaller home than I am for the home I have right now. Here's the other thing. If I want to go buy a bigger home, your payment is going to skyrocket, and financially it just doesn't make sense. So sellers are holding off the market, not selling, and buyers are kind of not sure what to do. We still have tons of buyers in the market. I've got tons of homes that are going really fast because buyers are buying, but we have a chunk of buyers that are in that weird period right now where they can't quite qualify for what they want because of 6 3/4 to 7% interest rates. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to come, and you watch this, write it down, see if it actually happens. Interest rates will drop. They will drop. We're in a recession, going into recession, whatever you call it. You guys know it's tough times out there, very expensive to live. Groceries are going up, gas is going up. So what they do is they will lower interest rates. If you talk to the biggest economists in the mortgage industry, if you talk to people that are actively in the mortgage business, knowing what they're doing, the projections are we should hit in the mid fives. It's kind of all a guess, but that's projections. Meaning interest rates are going to drop 1.5 points from 7 to 5.5 roughly in the next year-ish, we're guessing. When that happens, sellers still have homes in the 2s and 3s. That's not going to affect our inventory much, but a bunch of buyers that have been waiting are going to flood back into the market. We already don't have nearly as many homes as we need for the buyers we have. And if we add 30, 40, 50% more buyers, we're going to see massive overbids again like we did last year. It's what happens. People need homes. People need a place to live. And when rates drop that drastically, we're going to have massive overbids again. So what does that mean to you, buyer, seller, investor? What does it mean? Sellers, I would say be ready. We're not going to have a 2-year period. If you feel like you missed out on the massive overbids that we had last time and you're kicking yourself thinking, man, I just literally lost $100,000 that I could have made, be ready. Have your house ready. Call us today. Let's prep your house. Let's get it ready so that as soon as that happens, we can get it on the market and get you 50 grand, 80 grand more than what you probably could in a normal market. So be ready. If you wait until you see it, it will probably pass you by and be too late because it's going to happen really, really fast. If you are a buyer, meaning a buyer for yourself or an investor, today is the time to buy. Here's the deal. When massive overbids happen and you think, oh my gosh, the market's back, it's time to invest or it's time to buy, it's going to be too late. It is better to buy today than it is to wait. Even though interest rates are at 7, and I want to go through this real quick before we end, it is better investor, it is better buyer to buy at 7% today than it will be in a year at 5.5%. Now, why do I say that? Here's the deal. If you have a $600,000 home you're looking to buy, I'm running this at a 6 to 8% increase because the market is increasing. We're back to about where the market is and we're seeing it grow again. So if we grow by 6 to 8% just in your standard market growth, and then if we have overbids by 5 to 8%, they were way higher than that before. So I'm being conservative. That's 11 to 16% increase. If we split the difference and say that it's going to grow both with the regular growth and overbids by 14%, that means your $600,000 home next year-ish, depending on when this happens, you will end up paying $684,000 for the same home. So the question is, investor, question is, buyer, would you rather pay $600,000 today? You have more power, I'm telling you, than we've ever seen ever in probably 15 years. Buy now. You can buy for under ask. You can get inspection stuff. You don't have to waive inspection. That will not happen here next year when rates drop. You can buy it as and get what you want. Or would you rather pay $684,000? So would you rather pay $600,000 to $684,000? The difference is the interest rate. So here's the deal. If you run a $600,000 home roughly at 7%, $3,500 a month, 20% down. If you run that at 5.5%, you're at $3,100. That's a $400 more that you're paying by buying now. Here's the thing. In 1 year, if you run that, you paid $4,800 more than you should have in interest. So you spent $5,000 more, but you saved $84,000. Now you're going to have a couple thousand in refinance costs because you'll want to refinance. So your payment is still going to be at $3,100. So today is the day to buy. Spend $4,000 in interest, spend an extra $3-4 grand to a refi, so $7,000, $8,000, and do it now, or pay $84,000 here coming up. I'm telling you, if you're a buyer, sell now. I'm telling you, if you're a seller, be ready. Call us now, be ready, have your house prepped, and you will get a lot of money for your house. Crazy markets like Denver, big cities, it's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Know what you're doing, be ready to do what the plan is, and you will see huge results from it. God bless. I hope that helps. Reach out anytime. I would love to answer any of your questions. And if you're watching this video on social media, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're seeing it, please hit the share button, hit the like button, follow us, share it to your friends, because we can help them save a ton of money or make a ton of money as well. God bless. We'll see you next time.